Good evening. Welcome to the chanting session, the Naam Japa. Let's chant to become the chant. I hope I'm audible. So, yeah. So let's start by chanting Om 3 times. So we'll take a deep breath in. Om. And now let's say Astoma. I think all of us would by now know it, but I'm still sharing the screen. Feel free to unmute and say it together. So taking a deep breath in. Astoma Sadgamaya Tam Soma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yeah, so today I thought that now we have been, saying Astoma for quite a few weeks now. So we'll continue saying that, but let's take up a new mantra today. It's also called the Shanti mantra. We do say the Shanti mantra in the end, but there's another Shanti mantra, which is Om Sehna Vavantu. So it's taken up from the Yajurveda Taittiriya Upanishad. And usually we had also, spoken about it before that most of the time before the start of any formal course or even say a yoga session, or especially in the Vedantic times, I think the Upanishad sessions, the Vedas sessions, they used to say this because, this is a mantra of peace and harmony. And so basically, so that the harmony between the student and the master, the teacher, the guru remains, it's like or prevails. That was the main essence of this. So it's always recited before, any new beginning. It's recited as a prayer. And as all the mantras, the peace mantras are supposed to calm the mind, and daily chanting of the mantras, they say, I don't know, we need to hear these things that remove, the obstacles before starting a project. And, they say that even the chanting of the mantras turn the negativity into positivity. They clean the air around you. And the mantras leave a pattern on your brain, it is said. And that's, I remember when I was very little, my father used to say that, all the mantras, all the Shruti of the Vedas, it basically, the soul already knows, you already know it. And that's why it feels so peaceful and, known, so one can trust that. So I'll share the screen for those of us who would want to know the words. I don't know, maybe most of us already know that. So I'll say it I'll say it, and please feel free to unmute and repeat with me or after me. So it's Om Sehna Vavantu. So this signifies Om, may we all be protected. Then it's Sehno Bhunaktu, may we all be nourished. Sehaviryam Karva Vahe, may we work together with great energy. Tejasvina Adhitamastu, may our intellect be sharpened. May, whatever we are studying, because I told you that it's usually before any new class would begin, not new, every lecture. So may our study be effective. And Ma Vidvesha Vahe. So, yeah, and this side, make this, yeah. So this now is all visible. So, yeah, it's Om Sehna Vavantu Sehno Bhunaktu Sehaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Aditamastu Ma Vidveshavahe. Om. So, should we say this together? I mean, are we familiar with this mantra? If we can unmute and share.
Yeah, Taru.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. So I think then that's good. From next time we can all say it. We don't, I think, need to go through this. But again, this was a Shanti mantra. Om Sehna Bhavantu. So I think now we can chant Om for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I am assuming you can hear the sound of the recording.
There is no sound, Taru.
Yeah, I'm hoping now there's a sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes, there is.
thank you. So remembering to take a breath before we start, and remembering to stay with the mantra as much as we can. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Yeah. So I read this. I was reading something and I came across this that there was a story that a businessman, a rich man, came across a Swami who was reciting the God's name, and the businessman was very impressed because he had not seen somebody with so much dedication and so much happiness in and around him. So he asked the Swami that how can one attain this level of happiness that you possess? And the reply was that, absorb yourself in chanting the God's name. And that will, make an armor around you, and you will become invisible to all miseries, all conflicts, all problems. Sounds and words, they make such a huge difference to us that, if somebody comes and somebody says, oh my God, like anything, right? Like, say a hurricane is coming and you get scared, or somebody makes scary noises, again, that fear comes. If you just hear somebody laughing, you want to laugh. You know how it's contagious? Like words do have power. They make us, if I hear a sad song, I'm sad. If I hear a happy song, I'm happy. And that article also said, the Swami one, that say, if I say the word apple, the image of an apple comes in front of us, and maybe the last time we had an apple. So, just the word brings about so much in us. So he said that when you say the word apple, you are apple consciousness. So when you chant the divine's name, you are divine consciousness. So I know it's just wordplay, and I don't know why we need to hear that, but it sounded beautiful, so I wanted to share that with you. So Om, it's like we just chanted, and it's always, I don't know, there's so much said about Om that I don't know what to say. So even, we usually spell it O-M, but if we also spell it, A-U-M, that's how it's specially spelled in the West. So they say, how the three things, A-U-M, A stands for creation, U stands for preservation, and M stands for destruction. So the Holy Trinity, it says that it stands for the three stages of, Rajas, Sattva, Tamas. And it also depicts, the states of waking, dream, and the deep sleep, or maybe the Turya. And it also represents the three planes, of existence, heaven, earth, and maybe the hells. And another thing is that, the Om is the starting word of, say, omnipotent, omniscient. So again, all of those includes, totality. And I also like it that, ma ends with ma, that is ma, basically the ending or the culmination or the next thing is ma. So we'll now be chanting ma's name. So just sharing two more things from the Naam Japa book that we also discussed last time. So according to Mother, in the yoga of transformation, which is Sri Aurobindo's integral yoga, so Mother says that the most unfailing method to reach the goal, to overcome without so much effort as it used to be in the olden times, to overcome the difficulties, obstacles, the attacks of the hostile forces, one has to surrender to the feet of Ma and repeat her name. I think it must have been said by Sri Aurobindo. And repeat her name, Ma, Ma, Ma. And the Mother has given, I know I've said this before, a foremost place to Nam Japa. She said that, how it's really important to surrender and aspire and reject, but that's not adequate, all these psychological methods. And for the japa is necessary for transformation of the body. So we'll start with Om chanting. I personally have taken out my Jap Mala. Now I've started chanting Om, especially with that. Not Om, especially Ma's name. And what's good is because it's such a small mantra that the Mala gets completed really fast. So if any of you have it, feel free to use that. And so we can, again, we can chant it aloud, or we can just move the lips, or we can say it in our hearts. And we can use any way, we can say it fast or slow. I did find a recording of the word Ma, but I don't know if we like it, but I'll play it and I can stop it if it doesn't resonate. I'm assuming you can hear the sound.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Thank you. So sorry. So it's 7, and so ending this session with Ma's name. But before that, if anybody would like to chant or say a mantra for us, please feel free to unmute and for a minute or two or more longer if you wish to, if you would like to share anything. So we can chant Om 3 times. And I just want to share one more thing, especially, with the like during chanting, like when I'm say chanting Ma's name, it really changes everything if say my attention is on my breath and I'm reciting her name. So right now in 5 minutes, I mean I know it's not a count. I was able to do the mala 7 times with focus on my breath and just chanting Ma, Ma, Ma. So just I know we get distracted. We say we have a control over ourselves and we are the body, but for even 5 minutes or even 5 seconds to remain without a thought or without getting distracted can be a problem. But for that too, we can offer that to Ma and ask for help and to anyone that one believes in. So let's take a long breath in. We'll chant Om and let's break the Oma and chant. Let's do it 5 times and then we'll end. So taking a long deep breath in. Thank you. We'll be ending the session here. Hopefully, we are able to chant on a regular basis, at least on a daily basis. If not, we must take out some time to make it part of our lives. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good day.
Thank you, Taru.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.